Hey, good evening, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you can be with me on the Monday trade with Paul on April 18th, 2022. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading indicator, and we supplement that with some one-on-one best in the business training, which we think is the only way to successfully learn currency trading, and also actually the most efficient way. There's lots of information out there, hard to sort through it all and figure out what's good and what's not. Here, we've been doing it for 14 years. So we know what works. We will guide you around the pitfalls. With that, in this session, I do use a couple of the different trade signals that we have. One is something called the 10-point trade, and the other is a little scalp trade called the thick orange line trade. So before we get started, we need to listen to this guy. So let's do that, and we will get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about our program is that we do these live trades. If you are in the light program, you get access to what's in the yellow. We're right here on the Monday evening trade. We will be doing this again tomorrow morning at 6:30 Eastern time. And then there will be an additional session. There'll be an additional session of an intro to coaching session at 9:30. But once you are in the real program, we do a trade every morning at 10 a.m. It's usually a scalp trade. We do a trade in the evening at 10 p.m., which tends to be a longer term trade where we're trading on Australian pairs. And then we have another trade session, an extra paid session at 8 p.m., also extra trading Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings. So we are here to support all the way around. As you know, I like to trade off of a little checklist. Before I connect, I check my green chart and my MetaTrader 4. I'll make sure they're both live and connected. On the green chart, it is good habit to exit out and re-enter it once a day to let the memory refresh. A good habit is to review your daily activities, both your trading and your life activities, in terms of what could be improved, specifically on your trading activities. If you made a trade that didn't go as you expected it, why? Let's go back, take a look. Whoever you're working with, we'll be glad to help you figure out what you were looking at and why it might not have went the way you wanted to. Or you can make an appointment with me, and we'll take a look at it. As we are technical traders, which means we are trading on the price action of the currency, news also impacts currency. So we want to know what that news is. Where we get that news is by taking a look at forexfactory.com That's forexfactory.com, and it breaks news down into three items. One is yellow, which is low impact. Second is orange, which is medium impact. And third is red, which is high impact. I want to stay out of pairs that have a red coming up, and I try to stay out of those pairs 2 hours beforehand, and usually wait at least a half an hour before I think about getting back in. Today, the trading was kind of slow because many places in Europe, this is a bank holiday because of Easter. So we had Friday as a bank holiday in most of Europe, and today is a bank holiday. I did do a little bit of trading, but not that much. So we should be getting back into things. We have got clear sailing. We are right here. We have got clear sailing all the way through tomorrow morning. Any trades we take right now would be closed before the morning. So we've got nothing to worry about. So with that, let us go and take a look at the charts. This chart is one of the standard charts. It is the the light six major chart. I like to call it the composite chart because it has 6 different currency pairs: Australian dollar, euro dollar, pound dollar. All US based pairs on this first chart, and we are trading off of a 1 hour candle. Off of a 1 hour candle, we can expect to get anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. I start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors, and I am looking for situations. The red and green line are the major indicators. The blue and or the gray and black line are the minor indicators. Horizontal red line is the oversold line, and the horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I'm looking for situations where the indicators, the lines are either below the red line pointing up or above the blue line overbought and pointing down. So if we're overbought, that's a good time to sell. If we are oversold, that is a good time to buy. Here on the Australian dollar, we are just approaching the oversold line and the lines are going up. Euro USD, lines are in the middle of the channel. Pound USD, again, we're in the middle of the channel. Australian Canadian dollar, oversold, but the lines are going sideways. They haven't gone up yet. Dollar Swiss franc, overbought. The lines or the majors are overbought. The minors are still in the middle of the channel. And here on the USD yen, we are overbought and the lines are going down. And we have what is known as a double cross, where the red line has just crossed over the green line and the black line is crossed over the gray. So I have 3 points here. So on this 10-point trade, what I'm looking to do is I want to get a certain number of the lines, at least 7 of them, to be going in the same direction that the first part of the signal is giving me. So this is giving me a sell, and I've got 3 points here. 1, we're overbought. 2, everybody's going down. And 3, I've got the double cross. Now, what I don't like here is I prefer these lines, specifically the majors, to be a little more steep. I'm not crazy about the steepness of the line here. It's almost 45 degrees. I'd like it to be like closer to 60 degrees. See how these lines over here are nice and steep, or these lines here are nice and steep. These lines are not as steep. So I don't like this, but I've got the 3 points. When I have the 3 points, I am going to go look at my TNTs, which are my lines up here, and count how many lines are telling me sell. Right now, the 2 orange lines are directional. So I've got the thick orange is going up, so that's telling me buy. The thin orange is slightly going down, so that's one that's telling me sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means buy. So 3 of the lines here are telling me buy, not sell. So on this 10-point trade, each of these sections is measuring something different. And I want agreement across all 3 sections. And when I get that agreement across all 3 sections, that increases the probability that the trade is going to do what I want. So right now, instead of having 3 of the 4 telling me sell, I've got 3 of the 4 telling me buy. So I'm going to pass. I don't need to actually do any more analysis because I don't have what I want. And, that ties back into these lines aren't quite as steep as I want. So it's not quite ready yet. So with that, I am going to go to another 6 pair. And what I've done is basically as I've cloned the late 6 major and just have 6 different pairs to look at. All of these pairs are non-US pairs. Euro pound. Now, we don't have the signal here because we're in the middle of the channel. What I want to do is catch the run on this side of the channel and let it run all the way through the channel. And that's how I'm going to get the most pips. And I don't know how many more pips are left when I'm in the middle of the channel. And what I want to do is take trades that I can get in and get out of. So when I catch it at the bottom, oversold and going up, I get the best chance to get in and get out quickly. Now, even if I did have a signal here, I'm probably not going to take it because euro pound. Right now it's midnight in England, and it's 1 to 3 a.m. in Europe, depending on whether you're on the east or west. So I want to have at least one of these pairs be morning time. So we don't have that here. Australian pound yen, it's morning time or approaching morning time in both of these markets. So I'm overbought, but the lines are still going up. So not ready here. Euro Canadian dollar. Again, I've got the signal here. Oversold, everybody's going up. And I've got the double cross where the green is crossed over and the gray is crossed over. I do have 3 points here. The 2 orange lines are going up. Dotted blue is coming down. And I've got down pressure here, but the green is on top. So I've got 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. So I've got 7 points. I need a minimum of 7 points. So I've got it. But Euro Canadian. So it's Canadian daytime is over, and Europe, as I said, it's in the middle of the night. The indicator works better when at least one of the pairs is actively trading, and actively trading means it's morning time in the market. So even though I've got the signal here, I'm not going to take the trade because I don't want to have to wait a long time. I want to be able to get in and get out quickly and not have my money sitting tied up at risk. Australia, New Zealand, oversold. Both the majors and minors are going up, but what do we see here? Minors are going up pretty good. Majors are sideways, more sideways than up. And the other thing I don't like here is we're going from more steep to less steep. The line kinks here. I want it to go from less steep to more steep. If there's a kink in the line, I want it to be going further up, not sideways. So I don't like this. But just in continuing my analysis, 2 orange lines going up, that's supporting 2 blue lines coming down. When blue goes down, that means buy. So all 4 are telling me buy. I've got down pressure but I've got the green line crossed over. The green line's on top. So I get a point for the green line on top. So I've got 7 points here. And it is morning in both of these markets. So this might be an interesting trade. I'm telling you what I don't like about it, though, right up front. So let's go and we'll do a little bit more analysis and see what else we see. So once I see this, I want to check the entry. And the way I'm going to check the entry is I am going to let's see, I'm going to go to Euro USD, and I am going to make this into AUD NZD. AUD NZD. And what I want to do is take a look at the 2-hour and the 4-hour chart and see what they're telling me. Basically, what I want to see is I want to see that we're oversold on the 2-hour chart. So what I've got here is I've got the 6 different currency. I've got the AUD NZD, but I got it on different time periods. So here's a 2-minute chart, a 30-minute chart, a 1-hour chart, a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, and a 1-day chart. So what that means is that each candle has, so a 2-hour chart means a candle has 2 hours worth of information in it. A 4-hour chart means the candle has 4 hours of information in it. And basically what I want to look and see is, are we oversold? So if we're oversold here, are we oversold here and oversold here? I don't need it to necessarily be going up, but if all the lines are oversold, it will eventually go up. So if this is going to take a little bit longer to happen, I can wait till that happens. If I'm wrong here, I'll pick it up either off of the 2-hour or the 4-hour. I've got down pressure here with the red line on top. So this isn't good, but these I'm assuming will eventually start to, as these started to pull together till they crossed, in maybe 2 hours, these will start converging. This is still kind of down. All right, so I like this. I like to set up the entry. We're oversold. So now if I go back to my my little check routine, I want to know where the support and resistance are and what the trend is. And that's going to help me try to figure out how much I want to take on this. So I'm going to, again, put a new chart in. And here, it's not showing you, but it should show you, like on my, since I trade the Euro USD a lot, I already have my support and resistance charted on the price movement, and you can see it's pretty accurate. So we're going to do this. I don't normally trade the AUD NZD, so we're going to do that for the AUD NZD. And I'm going to pull this together. And support and resistance are spots where the lines, the candles seem to naturally stop. So we're going to put a couple above where we're currently at. Come on. Horizontal. All right, so we stopped in here. Let's put a line above. Like right in here, we're stopping. I'm going to put a line below. I pull it together to try to get as many data points as I can. So it stopped in here, it stopped in here, it stopped in here. I'm going to pull it back out so we can see it a little bit better. All right, so if I'm saying what is the trend, to me, this is pretty strong uptrend. Been going up. It broke out a little bit, came back down, broke out a little bit. Could even theoretically move the line up a little bit more. Let's try that. So we're trading into an uptrend. The last few days, it's been pretty consistent in this channel. I want to take these lines off here because it just makes it annoying to look at. Come on. Oops. Come on. Delete. Come on. Delete. And delete. And again, I want to make this bigger so that we can all see it pretty well. And then what I want to do is I want to know where we are in relationship to the support and resistance. So I'm going to just measure how much room I've got up. I've got about 15 pips up and 5 pips down. 15 pips up. You can see it in the middle of the screen, and 5 pips down. And the trade we were looking at was trade we were looking at was AUD/NZD, a buy. So we are sitting, if we go back, and you know what, I forget, it keeps Euro, USD, or AZD, UND. Next time I need to just open up a new chart. So we were sitting right on this resistance line here. Sorry about that. When if I don't save it, it doesn't. So we're trading into an uptrend. We're sitting just above the resistance line. Let me just see where the next support line is real quick. That'll help us with our stop loss. All right, I like this. I like this for a buy for 10 pips. So let's go ahead and open up. You can do the trade on your simulator, or if you've got a MetaTrader 4 account. This is a demo account. So I'm going to go to open up File, New Chart, and go to look for AUD/NZD. So it's not in this second group. Here it is. I'm going to open up the chart AUD/NZD. I'm going to also put it to a 1 hour chart. I am going to go to the second row and go to New Order. new order. It pops up this window. My lot size or volume, I'm going to adjust to what I have in the account. This demo account has $7,600 in it. So my lot size, I'm going to just move the decimal spot over 4 places. So I'm going to go to 0.776. And I'm not going to worry about a stop loss yet or the take profit yet. I'm just going to click buy by market. And actually, let's take a look here. We got a huge spread. How do I know we've got a huge spread? Is because these lines are very far apart. And we're at 19 versus 22. So on the AUD and NZD, we're paying 2 points to the broker, 2.5 points pips to the broker for this trade, where normally we pay 2 points. There's just a 2 point difference between this fifth number, whereas now there's like almost a 2.5 point pip number. So that's a large spread. We're going to take it anyways because we're going for 10 pips. But if you were taking a 5 pip trade, I wouldn't take this. The spread is too much. You're giving too much to the broker. So we're going to go ahead and take this. So it records the trade. Now I am going to go to where the recorded trade is. I'm going to right click, go to modify. And we're going to go for, I'm going to take 11 pips instead of 10 pips. 11 pips is 110 points. I'm going to right now keep it at a 40 pip stop loss. If I click this blue copy as button, it does the math for me and figures out exactly what the number is. And I'm going to click the red. It does the math. Then I click modify and it drops the lines in. And then I just kind of want to see where the lines are. So we're well below where we are. So we were at, what are we at? 108.79. If I go back and look at 108.96. So we're beyond this spot. We're on the other side of it. So we are we're really, if I grab this, we're down here. So I like that. There's less of a chance of being taken out. So using the 10-point trade, we took a buy trade on the AUD NZD. The take profit is 109.308, 1.09308, with a stop loss of 1.08798. 1.08798. So we took an 11 pip trade, and this should close, I'm guessing, within the next 4 hours. This should close in the next 4 hours. We've got a couple minutes left. Let's go back and see if we have, if we can take a little scalp trade using the thick orange line indicator. On the thick orange line, we are looking for situations. So this is a different trade with a different signal. I am looking for where this thick orange line is. And this thick orange line is a scaled line. It goes from 0 when it's as low as it can go to 10 when it's as high as it can go. When it is at 10, it is telling me that it has no more up in the movement. So if there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. But to confirm that, I want to see where the majors and minors are. And I want all the lines well above the blue line. We've got 3 of the lines above the blue line, but we don't have the red line above the blue line. So I don't have both pieces that I need to take this trade. So I'm looking for 0 or 10 or within one point of each. So no, 10, yes, but my lines aren't well above. They're not way overbought. No, I've got 0, but the lines are above. I need them down here. And no, let's take a look one more. We can take this right at the top of the hour before the, let's go back. I'm going to pull the chart back because now we're already into the new hour. So this trade is good right before the top of the hour. So 5 isn't close enough. 10, yes. And all of these numbers are up here. So this is, I got part 1 and part 2 of the signal AUD JPY. I'm going to just see where it's at now. This drop down one. Let's go ahead and we're going to take a 5 pip sell on the AUD JPY. 5 pip sell on the AUD JPY. You know what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to take it, even though we have that trade signal there. I don't want to do it because we already have a trade with the AUD. I don't want to double up on the AUD, and the AUD here is a buy. So we're going to stick with our buy there. All right, so tonight we took one trade. That trade was a buy on the AUD NZD, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Take profit is at 1.09308. Stop loss is 1.08798. We will let's see if we've got any questions. No questions. We will reconvene again tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Have a good evening. Thanks so much for being here. We are here to make you excellent traders. Bye-bye.